This is the Veidt Radio Network. Veidt Radio Theater presents The Adventures of SpaceBoy! Brought to you by Chocolate Choo Choo Cereal with the chocolatey taste that kids love. Tonight's episode, The Crisis on Zempharg. As our story opens, SpaceBoy is receiving a secret-coded transmission from Admiral Emery Cloth, head of the detachment assigned to protect the Chancellor Endicott, emissary to the planet Zempharg.
SpaceBoy here, Admiral.
The situation here is desperate, SpaceBoy, as you may have seen on the 10 o'clock Fleet News.
That's way past my bedtime.
The Zemphargians have officially declared war on their neighboring planet, Floon. The Floonites have developed a weapon so powerful that it will not only destroy their own planet, but the entire galaxy as well.
Gee willikers. What kind of weapon is it, Admiral? Do you have any idea?
They call it A.N.T.I. It stands for the Anti-Proton Annihilating Space and Time Emitter. It's some kind of transmitter that erases time. You don't just stop existing, you never existed at all.
Gosh, that's awful.
You've got to get here right away, Spaceboy. You're our only hope. You're to rendezvous with Chancellor Endicott at the Zemphargian capital of P.A.S.T.O.
Better fuel up the XJ-12. I'll leave right after my nap.
As SpaceBoy races towards the planet Zempharg, the leaders of the planet Floon are planning their aggressive action.
You should move your emitter up into the mountains. Prepare to blow those stupid Zemphargians.
No, into the outer regions. You'll be able to get a much clearer shot at those horrible, meager Zem.
No. I still contend that the best vantage point would be to move it to Sector 7.
Gentlemen, we can never agree on anything. Except, of course, the total annihilation of those waffling Zemphargians. Bloody death to the Zemphargians!
Meanwhile, on the planet Zempharg, SpaceBoy is landing just in time for his meeting with the great Chancellor Endicott.
SpaceBoy.
Hiya, Chancellor.
It is with great humility that I welcome you to our humble planet. All of Zempharg hails you as the conquering hero and extends to you every gracious courtesy that you desire.
That's neat. But all I really want is to help you put all this terrible fighting behind you.
They're planning to destroy us, SpaceBoy, and we are all but helpless.
I'm sure you tried to talk to them. Can't they be reasoned with?
Oh, SpaceBoy, they are a harsh race. Ruthless, unforgiving. They can hardly agree amongst themselves. We are a passive people. We would rather die than give in to the demands of madmen.
What started all the fuss?
It was such a long time ago. It hardly seems important anymore, but at a formal dinner for the newly crowned heads of the Kafka region, they buttered their tween on the Fargus side. And we all know that you butter your tween on the Nirgus side, of course.
That's what all this is about?
Why, yes,
What side you butter your tween?
of course.
Admiral Cloth told me that the P.A.S.T.O weapon is so powerful that it could destroy not only your planet, but the entire galaxy.
Goodness.
Can't you see that is worth trying to talk to them one more time?
Well, I'm afraid not, SpaceBoy. No war is worth fighting for. I'm afraid it's just too late.
As SpaceBoy pilots his shuttle back to his fabulous XJ-12, he is finally able to make radio contact with the Blue Knight Council on his multicom transmitter.
Hello? Hello? SpaceBoy, it is an honor to finally have the opportunity to speak with such a fine, upstanding youngster such as yourself. Yes, there are so many of us who would like
Yes, you are revered on all of Floon, especially in our northern sector, where we consider you to be a champion of the highest rank, right alongside the immortals, Klieg, Lat, Pinkish.
In our eastern sector, we tell of your exploits to our children. You made quite a figure to them. Why, they are lucky to have someone like you to look up to and admire.
The western region. It boasts the SpaceBoy New Memorial Kremlin Hospital. Why, just last year, we were finally able to cure the creeping Kremlin, which affects so many of our race.
Eastern sector.
Golly gamma rays. No wonder the Zemphargians can't talk with them. They can't even talk amongst themselves. Gentlemen, having dignitaries such as yourself praise me is indeed swell. In fact, I would be honored if you would come and be my guest on my ship before I leave.
Do you really mean it?
I never thought that I would.
To see the day when I could
Then put on that
fabulous
X12.
Now all I have to do is invite Chancellor A.N.T.I.
Back on the fabulous XJ-12, SpaceBoy's clever scheme to unite the warring factions is taking shape.
Well, SpaceBoy, the fabulous XJ-12 certainly is greater than the legend.
Why, thank you, Chancellor. Are you sure I couldn't offer you a ginger ale?
No, thank you. But could you please explain to me once again the principal dynamic of your regenerating booster rocket system?
I love shiny things.
gorgeous.
I love bright things, too.
Chancellor of Zempharg.
I cannot believe we were set up by that space boy.
Well, I said all along that we should have been more cautious, but nobody would listen to me.
You said no such thing. Fawning all over him. I knew SpaceBoy was here for a purpose. You idiots! You kept
Idiot!
SpaceBoy's Blue Ranger.
Oh, SpaceBoy. How could you? I thought I could trust you. But then I thought I could trust everybody. All of Zempharg is at your mercy.
Members of the Floon Council, I implore you, you must stop this crummy fighting. Can't you see that it's simply not important which side you butter your tween on? Neargus or Fargus side? Golly!
What's that you say? Butter on tween? Outrageous! It's not on which side. It's the fact that you butter your tween at all.
Blasphemy! Imagine defiling pure, wholesome tween with vile butter. Barbarians!
Heretics! Disgusting, evil, wicked butter.
Sacrilege! Save the tween! Save the tween!
Wait just a minute. Gentlemen of the Council, Chancellor, can't you see that your weapon of mass destruction will destroy us all? Why is it that people across the galaxy think that peace can be gotten through war? Why is fighting always the first thing people think about when it should be the last? Can't you see that our differences can only bring us closer together?
Compare us to a bunch of common tween butterers? How dare you!
The nerve of some people. imagine.
He just swoops on in here thinking he's everybody.
It is a very nice ship, though, isn't it?
Oh, save your breath, SpaceBoy. It's no use talking to them. They would rather destroy the entire galaxy, including themselves, just to make their point.
Why would you even want to try it?
Destroy the galaxy? Which galaxy is that?
Ourselves? You mean us?
Who said anything about destroying ourselves?
Death to the Tween Defilers! What did he say?
They were talking about ourselves, where we live
It's
there.
true. I've discovered that your P.A.S.T.O weapon is much too powerful and would destroy the entire galaxy. So you see, you must put an end to your silly notions.
Well, perhaps we aren't so different after all. We share many interests and beliefs, and at least we can be sure you haven't buttered your tween on the Nirgis side.
Oh, that's so silly.
Well, I suppose it would be silly to wipe out an entire galaxy
Oh, yes.
while we are still living in
Oh,
here.
and they really are not such a bad race. We will take the steps to disarm the P.A.S.T.O right away.
You have to understand how we felt. We were just unsure of your motives.
Tell me, how did you manage to get the wallpaper to stick to the neutronium hull plates?
Stop.
What are you talking about?
Willikers, I think that you've all taken the first bite out of the cupcake of harmony and niceness. My work here is done. Now it's all up to you to bring the joy of friendship to the lives of your family and friends.
I can't thank you enough, SpaceBoy. With your presence here, all has worked out well without destruction of our two planets. We can't thank you enough.
That's okay. I'm just glad I could help. A good deed is its own reward. Now, if you excuse me, gentlemen, tomorrow's a school day.
Don't forget to tune in next week for the exciting adventures of SpaceBoy!
That's me.
Brought to you by the makers of Chocolate Choo Choo cereal, with the chocolatey taste that kids love. And now here's SpaceBoy! The cosmic courtesy quote for this week.
Remember, kids, ladies first.